Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another unboxing video. Today we have Star Wars X-Wing miniatures game. Let's open it up and see what we got inside. So I picked up a few new games this week, and one of them happens to be Star Wars X-Wing miniatures game. And I opened the box, and the first thing I notice is, wow, this is a really small box. And I'm used to these huge Gears of War or Descent boxes, and for some reason I had a picture in my mind that this box was going to be huge, and it turns out it is not very huge. So now we're going to see what we got inside. In fact, we got a nice little picture of the game. I watched a lot of videos online of this game, a lot of playthroughs, and before I buy a game I do a lot of research. And currently this game ranks 21, number 21 on Board Game Geek, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with the fact that it's a Star Wars game, but from what people are saying, it's a pretty good game. Now you may wonder why I went with this instead of Armada, being that Armada is a new thing and this is old news. But it turns out that Armada, not only is it twice the price, it also needs twice the room. It seems like you're going to need a nice large area to play with Armada, whereas with this one you can get away with an area about 3 by 3. The other thing that was a big surprise to me that I didn't think of at the time, like, wow, how do they fit such a huge board inside this little box? Well, the game does not come with its own board, which I think a lot of people don't realize, or if they do, they don't really think about it till after the fact. As a matter of fact, I just ordered a playmat. You don't have to buy a playmat, but I bought a playmat, a Star Wars playmat, and it ran me about $40, and I had a choice between a Starfield or the Death Star in the background. I went with the Death Star. Thought it was a little nicer. But anyway, so let's see what we have in here. First thing I see is we have the usual cardboard cutouts with the little neat little nifty things that I guess you're going to set up inside the game. Little cards of such. We get a good look at that. Little cards, and I think these are the ones that you put on the base of your ships. The game incidentally comes with a TIE Fighter, 2 TIE Fighters, and an X-Wing. And that's another thing that you don't realize when you buy this game. Like, oh, it's only $30, until you realize, well, that's because it's the base game, and you still have to buy things like playmats. Again, none of this is necessary, but for a total gaming experience, you're going to have to plunk down the money. So you're looking at $30 for the game, and you're looking at another $40 for the playmat, more or less. And what I went ahead and did, based on reviews and recommendations, is I went out and I bought 2 additional ships to go along with my, the ones that come with the game. I bought a TIE Interceptor and a Y-Wing. I have one for the Evil Empire and one for the Rebels. And these actually seem to be 2 of the better ships that are recommended, along with the Millennium Falcon, which I did not purchase yet. That is a pretty penny. So right now, we are in the middle of taking these things apart. And we have these little bases, which are very nice. This tells you the maneuvers that the ship can make. I guess this tells you how many hits it can take, and so forth. Here are your measuring. They look so much bigger online. These are your measuring sticks when you're ready to make a move. That's a little bit smaller than I thought. And then you have all these little tokens. I guess these indicate the amount of hits. I'm not going to take everything out. They come out rather easily. Here's another move. Oh, here we go. Here are the little dials, or pieces of the dial, that you're going to be using while you play this game. And everything is, this is by Fantasy Flight. Need I say more? The quality is top-notch. There's no better company out there. You'll hear that time and time again. The game itself, I'm sure, anything that they make, you can always rest assured you're getting the best components possible. Very nice card stock as well. And as we delve deeper, okay, this is a measuring stick. I think this is put at the, yeah, I believe this is put at the tip of the ship as you're measuring to see whether or not you have a hit or not. Here's our little deck of cards. Again, I was expecting a lot more. And if you guys have no clue as to what comes in the game, you may not be as surprised as I am. But for some reason, I was expecting cards to be bigger, parts to be larger, and boxes to be bigger. But that is not to be. So here we have things like, I guess these are your things that you can add on to your ships. Like here I see we have proton torpedoes. We can add R2-D2 units onto our ship. R2-F2. Wow, okay, there's another one. These could, I guess, marksmanship. I guess these are things that you can add to your ship. And here we have, I guess, injury cards. Blinded pilots, damaged cockpits, and so on and so forth. Minor explosions, minor hull breach, direct hit. Direct hit must be a pretty bad hit. I guess there are regular hits and direct hits, and I guess direct hits take out more damage. Then we have another little bag, and in this bag we have, okay, here we have the pilots. We have a Luke Skywalker pilot. Luke is pretty powerful, it seems. He has an 8, which I think is pretty high. And I think he starts off with a focus, and this looks like something that would denote spot-on targeting. We have other characters in here. Rookie pilot, which is only a 2. We have Mauler Mithil, and I'm sure somewhere in here we're going to see Darth Vader, I'm assuming. Looking at the numbers here, no, I didn't see Darth Vader. Oh, you know why? I know why. I guess if I would have bought the advanced TIE Fighter, yeah, the advanced TIE Fighter would have come with Darth Vader. You know what? Maybe I'll put that on my list. I'll get that and the Millennium Falcon on my next purchase. So far so good. A nice little deck of cards, and sure enough, it does look like a base set, as they say. Like you could really add a lot of things onto this. And here are the tokens that you use to roll for damage and hits. Nice little dies. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 8-sided, 5, 6, 7, 8-sided dies, and so on. And then after that, I know you guys are dying to see this, and so am I. And you have your miniatures. Ooh, very nice. Gotta say, the miniatures look really cool. Super detailed, if you ask me. I'll try to give you as good of a look as I can. These look rather nice. And I see here we have a base. Okay, let's see if we can quickly put one together for you. Now, as a side note, there's another game that has just come out, Star Wars Armada, which is similar, very similar as a matter of fact, to this game. And it's twice the price, but you get like a Death Star destroyer, and I'm sure if you look online you'll see other videos of the game, and eventually you'll see one here as well. Excuse me. And that game, and as I was saying before, I guess the reason I stayed away from that game, again, is because it needs a lot of space. It needs a lot of space for you to play. And I just don't have that kind of space right now. I can definitely put it into a 3x3 area, but anything larger than that, I would have trouble. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can just stick a ship on top here. These look a little bit delicate. I don't want to... Again, I'm not even sure this is the right way to do this. But in any event, this is the base. And these are the actual ships, and I guess you set them up and you move them around. That's very nice. And here's the X-Wing. Very detailed. I like that. I really do. And what else do we have in here? It comes with a little, oh, here's a reminder as to how else you can spend your money, and you have all the other things. You can get a TIE Interceptor, which is what I bought, an R-Wing, a Slave, a Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon is very expensive. An X-Wing, a Y-Wing, a TIE Advanced. Here's the TIE Advanced. This comes with stars. This is the one that comes with Darth Vader. Here's a quick start rules. The game itself seems extremely simple. It looks like a game. I don't know if you would actually consider this a gateway game, but I'm sure if you're a Star Wars fan, well, then I'm sure you would love to play a game like this. And it doesn't seem too hard, and I went with this first also for that reason. It looks a little easier to play than Armada. You should check out some videos of Armada online. I'm sure you'll see the similarities between the two games, and you can make your own decision as to which one to go for. I decided to go with this one first, and I'm glad I did. I am looking forward to playing with this. Incidentally, these ships that you buy separately also come with additional cards and tokens and dials and yada yada yada. These are expansion packs. They all come with their own set of cards, which you add to the game, which is excellent. That's a great idea. I kind of like this idea, and being a Star Wars fan, I'm sure I'll love whatever is inside this box. So that's it. There you have it. Star Wars X-Wing, the miniatures game. And hopefully at some point in time I'll have another video posted on the gameplay. But for now, this is Maverick saying so long, and thank you again for watching another one of my unboxing videos.